What is up to all my little unicorns, new and old? It's West Cindy Ray back again with another video. Now, along the same trend that my channel has been having recently, I want to talk today about law of attraction and manifestation, more specifically scripting. A lot of you guys asked about my scripting techniques in my manifestation video that I will link right up here, where I talk about how I manifested money. If you guys haven't seen that video yet, please feel free to go check it out. It's very informative. If you look in the comment section, you'll see that a lot of people actually had good results from using that practice there. You can literally have the world using the techniques that I talked about in that video. So my manifestation practice that I typically have done in the past is highly effective for me and has been highly effective for me, and it does include a great deal of scripting, but it's more so just me saying what I want to see in my future. My practice tends to be a lot looser than most people's scripting practices, and it's more of me being specific about the opportunities that I want to see and the time that I want to see them in, rather than like keeping a consistent tone throughout. If you look through the pages of my manifestation book, you'll see kind of a lot of inconsistencies there, but it works for me. For instance, some things that I've written in the past in this book have been like, I'm gonna get a job at XYZ in the next 3 weeks. I'm gonna be so happy with this new job that I got. And then oftentimes I'd switch from speaking in like my future tense to speaking in present tense, but from the future. I hope that makes sense to you, but let me give you an example. I'd say something to the effect of, I love my new job so much. It still amazes me how everything fell into place. I have this amazing warm feeling radiating from the center of my chest, and I have nothing but contentment and gratitude for this new position that I just got. If you looked through my manifestation journal, you'd also see areas where I wrote things out like in a different tone, and then I crossed them out to write it in the moment, like in the present tense. So where I wrote like I will see XYZ, I would cross it out and write like I am in this position, and kind of change the whole structure of the sentence. So you kind of see a lot of that afterwards. I just focus on it, I let it go, and I'm grateful for it, and it comes true for me. So I say all that to say that you don't have to feel pressured to do this the same way as other people may do it. This is just one technique. I've used so many other different techniques for manifestation, and I've had good results with everything. I think it's pretty safe to say that a lot of manifestation techniques are actually really similar to where they kind of flow in and out of each other. But I do want to take this opportunity to really show you guys what scripting is, just in case you want to try it out and see how you like it. Scripting in the traditional sense focuses a lot more on the environment inside of your head and really feeling the emotions that you would feel if you were in a certain situation. So think of it as if you're like fooling your brain into thinking that you've already received these manifestations, and kind of prepping your heart to be receiving of the things that are coming your way. So now that I've given you a little bit of an overview, I want to really dive into how I script. So the first thing that you want to do is decide when you are going to do your scripting practice. A lot of times I do find it beneficial to do scripting right before you go to bed, so that you can kind of take these manifestations into your extended consciousness. But on the flip side of that, it is also very helpful to script when you first wake up in the morning. The reason why I say this is because when you first wake up and it's a new day and you're feeling energized, you're positive. Nothing has really happened to you to anger you or upset you throughout the day. Nobody's made you mad, nobody's cut you off in traffic, so you're really at the point of your most pure energy, especially if you had a good dream the night before or a really, really good rest. Another good thing about scripting first thing in the morning or whenever you wake up and get settled is that you are taking time in the beginning of your day for your self-care. You're taking time for your manifestation and to really chase your dreams. You're not waiting till the end of the day when you're tired and you fall asleep during your practice or during your meditation. It really sets a good standard for the rest of your day and really the rest of your life if you continue to prioritize self-care in that way. But whatever time you choose to do it, when I script, I always write in my handy dandy manifestation notebook. This is my constellation notebook. It says it's written on the stars in front. You guys have seen this in my other manifestation videos, and I'm really pleased to know that a lot of you guys have actually decided to twin with me and purchase the same notebook. That makes me feel so amazing inside that you guys allow me to be such like a deep part of your journey and of your experience. So shout out to everybody who went out to Barnes & Noble or Target and purchased this. I love you guys, and I love seeing your pictures and your DMs with these notebooks. It's so funny how like little things can mean so much to people. The very next thing you want to do obviously is pick out a pen. The reason why I included this whole part about pens in this video is because I'm very particular about my pens. I always use the Bic Atlantis pens because they flow so like freely, and it makes me feel almost as if I'm not like writing. So I'm like less in the present body and more in my mental spiritual body. So it's not a sponsored video. I just really love these pens, but I also wanted to mention that you can use the color of your pen to associate with what you want to manifest. For instance, if you're scripting for love, you might write with a green pen or with green ink to represent the heart chakra. And if you are requesting intuition, you might do something that is more of like the ballpark indigo color. So it really just depends on what makes you feel comfortable, what you are drawn to. I completely cannot say enough. This is an individual experience. You do what makes you feel comfortable. Next, you are going to set your environment up around you so that you can become as relaxed as possible. This might include things as aromatherapy, as sage, as incense. Maybe you light a candle or two. Maybe you decide to go to the beach and hear the waves as you are scripting. Another thing that I like to do is put on music or some sort of soundtrack. When I do my regular manifestation practices or like speaking with my ancestors or anything like that, there's no telling what I'm playing. I could be playing DMX for all I care. But when it comes to this type of manifestation, when you're scripting, you want to put something on that is going to really help you and assist you with leaving this body behind, leaving this reality behind and going within. So one of the tips that I like to give is to listen to binaural beats. You can look at binaural beats as like frequency-based music to where it really helps you unlock different parts of your inner self. But if these things are distracting to you, by all means don't do it. Do whatever makes you feel comfortable and whatever allows you a clear passageway to the inside of your mind rather than paying attention to what's going on out here. Next, I start with gratitude just as I end with gratitude. I take time to thank my ancestors for all the things that they have done for me, because the sum of all of them is me and everybody else of my bloodline that is left here on earth. A lot of people choose to pray or talk to the universe or whatever source they feel like is hearing them, and that is completely fine. As long as you are practicing gratitude, you are doing your part. There's really no need to rush this. You can take your time and take your deep breaths. Allow yourself to be calmed and soothed and lifted to this higher place and this higher consciousness. And then from there, you are going to start becoming very intentional with your thoughts, because that is going to completely control what shows up on your paper. When we're scripting, we are speaking from present tense or past tense from the future. Think journaling, but from like a time machine. At this point, I'm thinking a lot about my surroundings in the time that I have flashed forward to. I'm thinking about the smell in the air. If I'm laying down, I'm thinking about the way that the pillow feels underneath my head. And if I'm sitting on a couch, I'm thinking about how the faux leather feels against the back of my thighs. You want to spend a little bit of time here while you are preparing yourself to actually put pen to paper. That way you have a clear picture of what everything looks like, and you can be as detailed as possible. So you could start thinking about the sound of the car that you want as you're starting it up. You're thinking about the faces of the people who are around you, how they make you feel. You could even draw on past experiences. Then I actually put pen to paper and I start writing. I start off with the date as if it's just like a regular old diary entry. Obviously that date would be in the future, and I'm making sure that I'm very descriptive and very precise with my wording. I'm using words like I am instead of I will be, and I have instead of I want. And I feel my emotions so deep inside to where I'm smiling uncontrollably and really feeling all the elements around me. And you guys, don't be ashamed. Like, I really want you to get really deep into it, to the point where if you're scripting for a soulmate or for like a child or something like that, you're gonna like hold your own hand and just think about how amazing it's going to feel to one day have somebody else's hand within your grasp. This is for you, okay? You're scripting for your dream life. Don't ever let anybody, even yourself, make you feel guilty or bad or weird for doing that. If you gotta hold your own hand, hold your own hand. And just imagine that it's somebody else's, and one day it will be. If you're thinking about the life that you're living and the luxuries that you'll have, you are in a restaurant in your head and your mouth is watering because of the great food that you're tasting. Like, is that paprika? Did I taste a hint? A hint of cumin? Is that what that is? Oh yeah, she put fresh vanilla in that cake. I could taste it. And just remember, take your time with this. Manifesting your dream reality isn't something that needs to be rushed. You'll write everything out, you will feel it, you will focus on it. You guys know I like doing my 17 and 68 seconds, so you can do all of that, reread it, and just really focus on the emotions that you feel, because that's what's going to lure these things into your life. That's what's going to cause the universe to shift in your favor. Remember to do all these things with intention. Thank who you need to thank, and then confidently let it go. Afterwards, you can write beautiful affirmations to remind yourself of the reality that will soon be yours. And throughout the days, weeks, months, and years that exist between now and the time that you are manifesting for, you can really go in and add as much detail as you like. You could think of it as like a novelist who's writing a book. They don't just say, oh, here's Ragin, and Ragin has a car, a house, and a dog. With each chapter, with each page, with each sentence, you are actually learning more and more about Ragin and the things that she has in her life and how it makes her feel on the inside. But there's really no need to go over the same exact story over and over again, as if it's not going to be effective from the first time that you did it. Just like any other manifestation practice, obsessing over that one thing kind of creates a desperate energy, and I'd rather you just sit and daydream about the lovely life that you're going to have and enjoy it in this moment just as you will enjoy it in the future. You should be excited for these things and start preparing your life for them immediately, because it is written and they're on their way. So I hope that helps you all. That is my video on scripting. Make sure you leave me a comment in the comment section below about your manifestation practice and how manifestation has helped you in your life, or how scripting has helped in your life, or what you plan on doing with scripting. And of course, if you made it to the end of the video, please leave me a unicorn emoji in my comment section. Please don't forget to follow my business account, Indigo9 Jewelry. I make healing crystal jewelry, including waist beads and bracelets and things of that nature. Please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Follow all my other social media accounts right down there in the description box, and I'll see you in the next video.